as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight. Mixing colors, day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dash Dave here, and I'm back for another crafty video. So, I'm going to do some more with the house. We are going to do the vine, because of course I need to finish the vine in order to be able to, move on to the tree. So I have been prepping some things. So all I've done is I've cut some leaf shapes using this little punch. I've used that to cut out some tissue paper and some card in two different colours of green card. Actually, I don't know whether I've got one of the greens because I've used it all up, but the other one was this one. And the other green was a bit more grass greeny colour. And then I also cut some out of tissue paper. I cut them out of 3 colours of tissue paper. I'll show you here. So this is, so I did more in this one, that's why it's folded over. And then some of this light green, and then some of this kind of like yellowy, almost yellowy green. So I did cut some out in those, and then what I did, let's move the house out of the way for a second. Just moving house. I wish it was that easy. So then what I did was, these are those. So that's that colour card, that's that one. These are the tissue paper ones, and then these are the darker colour card. In fact, that's the colour it was, that colour that isn't quite got any colour on it. It's got some on the other side. And what I did was I just put them into a little tin, as you can see here. Put them into a tin, spritzed them with some various colours. I've used some green, which was this one. This is a dye zinc. I used this green. I used some red, well, it's aged mahogany, and I used some antique linen. And all I did was I had them in the tin. I spritzed them, moving them around with this. Spritz them, move them around, and then I air gun dried them. This one was not so easy because every time I tried to air gun dry them, of course, they were blowing all over the place. It was like autumn in this room. But I love the way they've turned out. They've gone a little bit crispy, a little bit curly. They look very much more like real leaves. So now we need to kind of stick them to some of the vines. Now, if you can hear noises in the background, it's because I've got windows open because it's nice and warm today. And of course, when you do that, some people have to make more noise than their allotted share. People bombing up and down on those noisy motorbikes. So there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cover the leaves, because I can't really do anything much with the tray because I do need to do the cover it in paper mache. So I will do that, but it'll be a whole other video, and then I'll do leaves on that. I don't know what, I think I'm going to do it in blossom, so it'll be like little clusters of blossom and tiny bud leaves, so I won't need to cut so many leaves out this time. I can just cheat and use scrunched up tissue paper instead. So this is the one that I'm going to need to work on. So I could do with having it tilted so that I can see it. So should we put that under there? This is my little button and odds and sods box. And then we'll kind of just put some glue on and get going. I'd like to try and use, if I can, not use hot glue. I get terribly burnt with hot glue, and also it leaves trails of everywhere. But I'm not sure whether the wet glue will be sufficient. So anyway, let's just give it a go. So we're going to start at the kind of bottom of the thing, and I'm just going to put some glue randomly on it. Hopefully that will be sufficient, and I might just get, if I can, my brain can operate around some squeezers, I might use some squeezers. I'll use these ones at the bottom, and we're just going to kind of just cover it in some leaves. I mean, you know, they're not going to look like they're stuck on by the base. They're just going to be stuck on, and we're going to be happy. So the thing I liked about doing this is I could have them. I wanted it to look like a Virginia creeper. I wanted it to look like a Virginia. Should we try again? Third time lucky, Dave. Wanted it to look like a Virginia creeper, and so I wanted it to have that kind of undulation of colour to it. So I thought then this would be the best way to kind of try and do that. I know it's not going to look very real if the stalk's sticking out perpendicular to the thing, but I might have to stand up, you know. Yep, I'm going to have to stand up. So if you can see my tummy, apologies, advanced warning. It should have a parental guidance, being able to see my stomach. You can't see my face, although I have done a craft room tour in which you will see my face. I don't know when I'm going to put that up, whether that's before this or after this. It's a real and raw craft room tour, so as in I haven't tidied up. It's just you get what you're given. I mean, like, I know you need to view it from the front as well, so I was hoping I might be able to put some of the tissue paper ones in the gaps, but I could be here all day, couldn't I, trying to do this? Let's just do this and see if we can get that in there. Kind of bend it so it can stick it in that gap. I'm not so worried about what it looks like from the back, because we're not really going to see that. That leaf has fallen off and gone over there. So this is going to be a long and laborious thing, so obviously I won't necessarily talk to you all the way through it, because then I can fast forward it. And you can just watch as we make. But I might need to make some more, and if I do, then I will show you how I made them. Rather than, I just didn't make them on camera because I didn't think it'd be that interesting. No, I can't pick them up one by one like that. You see, the thing is, this glue, although it dries quickly, it doesn't dry quickly enough. No, it's sticking to me. So I hope you think it looks like leaves. I just thought they would look really flat. That was the problem. It wasn't because I wanted them to necessarily have lots of colour on them. I just thought they looked really flat the way they were. So let's flip it this way now and start coming round here. Oh, that one's fallen off. I'll get that in a minute. Oh no, that's nicer side. That. Do you know what I mean? Just if it was just plain card, it would just look too staged. And I realise it's not gonna. Those are gonna be used for kind of filling in between everything else. So I think they look kind of like a leaf, touched for the no, Dave. Please don't, Dave. wish my fingers weren't so fat. I wish most of me wasn't so fat. But it doesn't happen by wishing. It happens by willpower, Dave. Of which you don't have any, because you're always in the craft room making something, so... but yeah, no, I wish I could just get them to stick without sticking to me, but they can't. I didn't know how many leaves I needed, so I literally just cut up. I've got some bits of card that I hadn't used. I just thought, oh well, I'll just cut it up for this purpose. So that's where we are. No, see, I can't pick them up like that. That's daft, Dave. Try and give it a bit of a shape, otherwise it all looks too flat. No, see, I just can't use squeezers. I just have to admit. But tweezers don't do the same job as squeezers, because I don't have enough concentration to remember to hold on to it, and then I end up dropping it anyway. So, but I forget to let go with squeezers. So, is it looking good? Or I don't know. Really, I don't. What I'm worried about is doing the whole one facing this way, one facing that way. So I don't want it to look too staged. But I'm sure it probably will do. It's a better colour that side. See, I told you, can't remember whether to hold on or let go. Well, I know that's got other colours on the other side, but I'd prefer the colour of the green on this side. Maybe. Oh, Dave. Maybe the glue gun would have been better. You know, when you start to doubt yourself. Because I just keep knocking everything off. Once I stuck one thing on, you knock the next one off. Lose the tweezers, whatever they are for now. Not all of the leaves are perfectly cut, by the way. They're just cut. Give them a bit of shape as well, so it's not all too flat. I think I'll backfill with the tissue paper ones. Might use some hot glue for the tissue paper ones, because they'll need. It's not that they'll need more to stick with. It's just that they'll be more fiddly if they don't instantly bond with something. Does it look like... I don't know whether it looks good enough. Don't want to let you down now, folks, so... Not as we're coming to the end of this. Still haven't decided what I'm doing regarding a wall.
Cut the cardboard in the light of day, crafting dreams the 70s way. Retro house, small and neat, built with love on paper streets. Glue and scissors making marks, folding corners, crafting barks. Windows framed with careful hands, a miniature of bigger plans. Cardboard dreams and balsa beams, model houses, hot blue scenes, rendered walls so sharp and fine, covered up in creeping vine. Paint the brickwork gray and tan, layers rise in master plan. Curtains flutter, tiny flare, imagination builds the air. Wrap the walls with ivy sweet, vines that climb and secrets keep. Fingers trace each twisted vein, a leafy crown for dreams to reign. Decades pass, but here it stays, a cardboard house of golden days. Memories cling like ivy does, holding on to all that was.
Okay, so I have done most of it. I have run out of leaves though. Just this bit here, and also I want to cover a few other bits on this, so it doesn't look quite so messy from the side. There's bits of glue gun trail for some reason. I didn't use a glue gun. So I am going to make some leaves. So I thought I'd show you how I made them. I might as well this time. Hopefully you're liking the way it's looking. So I shall make some. I know I haven't used my tissue leaves, and that's simply because I want to backfill them. So I'm going to get some. I'm going to have some different card, because I don't think I've got any of that dark green left. Let's just have a look. This is just my spare card. Keeping that for something, so I want that. I've only got one sheet of that left now, so I don't think I have. That's too bright. No, I don't think I do. Yeah, it's too bright. Oh well, never mind. Or maybe I might use that. Quite similar colour, I think. So I shall show you what I did. So all I did initially was I just cut out a load of leaves, and I cut them into this. So, well, I've tried to cut them into this. They kind of ping everywhere. That's the problem. So, so I'm going to see. They don't always go in the thing. No. See, none of them have gone in the thing. I think I ended up propping this up. So. Went down and cut them like that. I don't know how many I'm going to need. I'm just going to cut a few. All three of those went, well, four of those went over the edge. And just kind of I don't even care if they're not a full leaf, you know, if they kind of just cross over a little bit. And if the stalk isn't there, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to cut, like I say, I'm just going to finish cutting these out, and then I'll show you what I did with the inking side of things. So just pick up all the bits that are a bit loose. Might do a few more of these. Right, I'll just cut that off. Trying to get it to go in the thing and not over my shoulder, more to the point. So there we go. That'll do, I think. So let's move those out of the way for now. The rubbish. In fact, let's just cut the rubbish off. And then I can just keep everything nice and neat now that I've tidied it all up again. That's rubbish, that's rubbish. So keeping these kind of little scrappy bits great for especially leaves and stuff, the green ones, the green bits. So they're all in there. So then what I did was, let's just put my lid back on my glue. I don't end up with blocked glue as well. There we go. So I just took my distress inks that I've got here, kind of just moved it all around a little bit. Where's my other? Is that? I just kind of stirred them up, shaped them as well. So I didn't like just the green as it was. Like I said, I thought it looked just too flat. So once I've got a bit in there, I'll just give it a stir. And I didn't mind them being uneven and all of that. That's fine. Then I used a bit of distress ink because I thought it just made it a little bit, a little bit of antique linen because I thought it made it look a bit darker on the leaves. And again, just stirred it up. And then you get that kind of unevenness about them. And so what I did first of all is I dried them off. So I'm going to dry them first. So you have to be careful if you're using something metal like this, that you don't A, burn yourself, B, burn the house down. So I just put this on top of here. I know I could have put it on top of my brick, but didn't stay quite stable as on top of a tea towel. So I just heated it, so this might take a while, so just bear with me and I'll come back to you. So once they've dried a bit, as you can see, you'll know that they're starting to dry because they start to move around because they're not stuck down. So just be careful that's hot, like I've just done. And then I just took some aged mahogany and I just kind of tried to be gentle, but I know it all came out very quickly sometimes. And give them a stir, so you can flip them, kind of just stir it round and kind of pick up some of that ink that's on the base. Give it a spritz as well again if you think it needs more. And that's it. So that's what I did. So I'm just going to dry these off and then we'll continue. So, I have finished putting the cardboard leaves on, and I think I'm quite happy with the way it looks. And now all I want to do is just put some of these tissue leaves on. They won't need a lot. They're just there to. Oh, that's the problem. Is like I don't know whether I can put them on because I don't know whether I've got thin enough fingers. I just want to put them on to kind of give it a bit more dimension, if you know what I mean. Just a bit more texture, I guess. Hopefully you don't think I've ruined it. I'm going to keep some of the leaves, so there's some of the leaves that I dyed that I didn't actually need. I'm going to keep for scattering around the garden, and maybe in the hedge if I've got. Sorry, I keep forgetting which leaves I'm using, or the hedge if I make a hedge, for instance, so that it just gives it a bit more of an alive feeling. Alive, I'm alive. So I think it looks like a Virginia creeper. It definitely looks like the thing that we've got at work. Whether that's a Virginia creeper or not, I have no idea. But it always has those kind of those variegated leaves, like lots of different colours and things. No matter what time of year it is, it seems to have a lot. At the moment, it's very green, but it won't be long before it's displaying its riot of colours. So yeah, so that's what I was going for, and I hope that's what I've replicated, is that sort of look. Oh, it didn't go on there, that stuck to the front door, so some of them are double because they're tissue. They feel like they're just one, but they're not. They're more than one. I just wanted to, a selection of different colours all over, especially the porch, because I think that's the bit that most people will look at. I don't know that you can tell that I've put the tissue paper ones on, to be fair. Maybe they should just be kept for just having lying around places. No, every time I think I've picked it up, I haven't. There you go. That's cardboard. There's one just there, but I don't want to leave it there because I need to paint this bit first, or do something with it, make it look nicer than it currently is. So maybe one up there. I mean, these might all come off, to be fair, but catch a draft and they'll go, but we'll try and stick them down first. No, that's just not wet enough. All my fingers are stickier. Keep dropping them. Don't know whether you can tell they're tissue paper, to be fair, or that they're any different to the others. There we go. Anyway, I think that's kind of where I'm going to leave it for today. I know that I've not done a huge amount on the actual video with you, and that's because I just wanted to, didn't think you want to just sit and watch me glue all of these leaves on. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought it would. So there we go. So like I say, I'm fairly happy with that. I'm not sure whether I want that to go. I'm not sure whether that's going to be there. It might get pushed back a bit more. Stuck back. In fact, I think I'm going to stick it back now. And then I'll stick that back I don't mind it's hanging in front of the window. That's the kind of thing I wanted, but I think I want it stuck down. So yeah, so this is where I'm going to leave it for today. We're going to have to get on with the garden bit, and decide on that wall. You know, might put wooden fence around. I know I said we don't have picket fences in the UK, but we do have wooden ones. They're just not painted. They're not painted white, and they don't look great. Oh no, that's not going to stick with that. I'm going to have to use some hot glue, but I'm not going to do that now. No, it's not going to stick back. But like, I think that's what we'll do, is we'll stick that down, and then I think so before I do the garden, I think I'm going to do the tree, because then we can cover some of the roots with whatever the grass or soil is, and then we'll put some kind of perimeter on it. So I'm going to put these somewhere safe, because they will just blow away otherwise. So let's hope I can find them for next time. That's always the joy. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. So my name is Dash of Dave, and remember that I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I will see you in the next video. So I hope you like that. I hope you like the way it's looking, and let me know what you think. All right then, folks, take care. Lots of love from me. Lots of hugs, and I'll see you very soon. Take care, folks. See ya. Bye. Bye.